Parkmore in Sandton, and this is where police have converged at a house where 44 suspected illegal immigrants have been found. Security officers were conducting routine checks in the area when they spotted the group. The person who was allegedly holding them hostage has since fled the scene. Newzroom Afrika's Katlego Sigota joins us now. Katlego, good morning. What's the latest?
Iman, so certainly we've moved into the house now, and all the Ethiopian immigrants have been taken out of the house and taken to the nearest police station for processing. And what we've seen here is a house that has been scattered with debris. There's a stench in the house, and just to give you a sense of what it looks like, one can see bedding laying all over the place, the door here damaged, this wooden door has been damaged, and quite a lot of clothing, pieces of clothing lying all around the house. And if one considers the information we have at this point, very clear indications of a case of human trafficking, but officials will obviously only confirm that after the processing of the individuals who were taken away here. 44 Ethiopian nationals, they were then 17 of the 44 are minors. All of them are men, and we have been told by officials many of them couldn't necessarily speak English, but what they could tell from when they arrived is that there was certainly, they asked for food and water, seeming that they were hungry and also dehydrated. But just to get more details, I do have with me Lieutenant Colonel Masondo to give us more. Lieutenant Colonel, you've seen now this the house and what's been happening here. They have been taken to the police station. What do we know so far? What happens from here on?
Yes, for now we are treating them as illegal immigrants, Section 49. So we've engaged the Department of Home Affairs. We've also engaged the Department of Social Development, because some of them are minors. And the issue of human trafficking cannot be ruled out, but it forms part of investigation. But for now, we've taken them to the local police station for processing as illegal immigrants.
And so, I mean, this is not the first time we've seen this, Colonel. We saw a case in Sandton earlier this year, and also a case last year in Lombardy. What do you make? Is there a syndicate that is operating here?
Yes, there is a possibility of a syndicate, but I know for a fact that these cases are being investigated by the DPCI, the Hawks. Yes, I can confirm that we had a similar incident here in Sandton around this area last year. Again, this year, January, in Lombardy East, we found quite a number of Ethiopians that were held against their will, that were locked inside one of the houses in Lombardy East. And 2 months after, in March, again in Lombardy East, we found another group. So this is worrisome. So that is becoming common, but as I'm saying that, no, the DPCI, the Hawks, they've taken over the investigation. What I can confirm that in that one of January, I know that there are 3 people that were arrested, and they are still in custody. In this particular house, as I'm saying that, no, we are still early with our investigation. We didn't find anyone in this house. So part of the investigation, we are looking for the owner of this house. Yes, so he's the one that will give an explanation that how did these people come to his house. As you can see that, no, they were locked in these two rooms. Yes. Hence, I'm saying that, you know, the issue of human trafficking cannot be ruled out.
Thank you very much for that, Lieutenant Colonel. But Iman, just to give you a sense of what the house is looking like out here, one can see clothes laying about. As mentioned earlier, the door being broken, seeming that they had tried to escape, and the officials saying that neighbors heard screams in the early hours of the morning, and the 24/7 security personnel who were doing their usual inspections or usual patrolling then came to investigate what was happening at this house. So if one looks at the floor here, one can see all of the clothing, bedding, shoes, and as I indicated, quite a foul smell here, and showing that they were really kept in, in a hazardous situation, and certainly indications that they were held against their will, and the police looking at a case of human trafficking. And as I mentioned earlier on, Iman, the advocate who's with the human trafficking task team from one of the foundations, saying there that this clearly indicates, or there's some indications here that this is a case where people are trafficked and then put into forced labor. But obviously all of that not yet confirmed, certainly officials investigating. But what we know is that they came from the Beitbridge border, from what the police were able to gather, brought here. The time line of that not too clear at the moment, and now all of the Ethiopian immigrants taken out of the property and have been escorted in about 4 vans and taken to the Morningside police station, where they'll be processed, and as the Lieutenant Colonel mentioned there, for now being treated as people who entered the country unlawfully. So quite a lot going on here in terms of the investigations, and also the identifying of who owns this house, and how did the Ethiopian migrants come to be here.
Katlego, thank you very much. The latest there from the police as to the circumstances of the condition and the discovery of these 44 Ethiopian nationals.